There we go. Hello, I'm El Bristow. Welcome back to Elitopia Gaming and welcome back to KSP Live. We have had a couple of weeks off because I've not been very well, unfortunately. But we're back, don't worry. We haven't gone anywhere. And we are back with our hard mode career here on KSP Live. It's been a couple of weeks, so let's just re-familiarise ourselves with what's going on here. We have a level 2 launch pad, we have a level 1 tracking station, level 1 VAB, level 2 mission control, level 1 spaceplane hangar, level 2 astronaut complex, level 1 R&D, and level 1 administration building. So, we are able to build up to 140 tons our rockets, but we are still only allowed to use 30 parts, which is a tricky challenge. We can take on 7 missions. Oh dear. Hopefully that's not going to that cough's not going to get in our way too much. We can take on 7 contracts, and we still don't have maneuver nodes or patched conics available. So it's a tricky situation that we're in. But we've been doing okay. We have 777,000 funds, which is pretty good considering the settings that we're running on. And we have 587.6 science points, which is pretty good considering we've unlocked everything on the tech tree that we can until we upgrade the R&D centre. So we have some spare points to spend as soon as we are able to do that. We've cancelled all our strategies at this point. Because we're focusing on reputation now, which we were using to generate some extra funds. On possibly some extra science? No, we weren't generating extra science. We were generating extra funds out of our reputation. We still need some. We still need lots and lots of funds because we need to get the buildings updated, upgraded. So ideally, we need to. We need to somehow generate some extra funds, which is not actually very easy because these are the only ones that generate us extra funds, and one takes reputation and one takes science. Our reputation's not bad. We're at about 800 reputation, which is not bad. Our science is at 587, so we don't need any extra science at the moment. So it might be worth us using the patents licensing strategy to get just a few extra science, a few extra funds out of the science points that we gather from our missions. So I'm thinking for now we will take this strategy. I know it's not the best strategy to, mind you, it costs 263 science on its own. No, actually, no. I think actually we're just going to leave things as they are. I want our reputation to come up here so that we are nice and high on the reputation ladder, so that we don't have to worry about missions not being offered to us and things like that. Once we've boosted our reputation up high enough, then we can reactivate the fundraising campaign, and we might even by that point be able to unlock the next tier of the admin building, so we can have more than one strategy at once. So there you go, long-term goals. We have... we do have an outstanding contract. What's that? Take a crew report in flight below 9,000 metres at Mun. At the Mun. Let's have a look at our situation with... some interesting orbit contracts being offered to us there by the looks of things. Where are we at Mun? We are... Which of these is it? It's one of these, isn't it, that we're supposed to be trying to get to? Area C3H3. There's C3H3, that pink one. So we've got a guy landed there. That was my phone. You're supposed to be on silent mode. There you go, you are now. That'll teach you. We have a guy here landed on the moon. He doesn't have enough fuel to get home again. In fact, or does he? He might have enough fuel to get home again. I don't think he does. So he might have enough fuel to get to to this. In flight below 9,000 metres. Well, we can get below 9,000 metres in that area, possibly. So we might be able to just complete that contract quickly. The other two guys here are pretty much stranded. We need to send some kind of recovery mission, but we've only just unlocked EVA, so let's have a look at what's going on at this craft here, so we can see whether or not we can complete that mission. He's still going to be stranded. Oh, he's only got very little bit of fuel left. He's got electric charge, but yeah, liquid fuel 8 and 9. That's not going to get him very far at all. So, although we can take a crew report. No, okay, we can do an EVA report from here. Oh yes, I forgot to say, I've added a new skybox. And I've added a couple of mods that change some of the visuals. So you'll notice these guys have all got different EVA suits on. We've got a nice skybox with an interesting kind of galaxy ring around us. But this guy's an engineer, so he's wearing... No, he's a pilot, so he's wearing an orange EVA. Engineers wear yellow, and science guys wear blue with the mod that I'm using. EVA report there, that's not really a lot of science, is it? So you let go, let's see... Oh, let go. There we go. See if we've got... No. We've planted a flag, haven't we? Okay, so there is no... Up. There's no science to be had here at the moment. What are you doing? Up, and then grab on. There we go. And board. Okay, yeah, there's no science to be had on the moon at the moment. Or not from here anyway. And the fuel he's got really is not going to be sufficient to get him all the way down there and land again. So we're going to have to, if we want to get that one, we'll have to send another mission. That's going to have to wait. I'm not sending another mission there right now. In the last live stream a couple of weeks ago, we did a successful mission to Minmus. So that's not being offered to us now. Plant a flag on Minmus and perform temperature scans, science from space around Minmus. So there's a few missions around Minmus that we could be doing. So I think probably we will take those and we'll have a look at those today. We'll have another trip to Minmus, see if we can land on Minmus. We'll take the temperature scans, although we probably... oh, there's another one there. We'll take them all, but I don't know that we'll actually get them all done straight away. But it gives us some extra starting funds for us to work with. My headphones are a little bit loud. Let's turn those down a bit. There we go. So let's have a look at what crafts we have. Popsicle 3. Is that the one we sent to Minmus? Did that get to Minmus, really? I suppose it could have done, yeah. It's got a fair bit of fuel on it, hasn't it? Did we manage to get that to Minmus? I don't remember. Have we got a pilot? We have. So we've got Frodock, who we can take with us. I believe he went to Minmus with us. That should get us to Minmus. We've got a thermometer for the temperature scan. So this will be Popsicle 4, and we'll see if we can actually... I don't know. Should we take more fuel? Or make it lighter? Maybe we shouldn't take the materials bay with us. That's actually not a bad idea, thinking about it. Why can't I pick you up? Because I'm in the wrong thing. And a thermometer will move onto the front of here. And then if we grab that, we'll take that off. That makes the whole thing a bit lighter. So we'll be able to get that further. got some solar panels on there. We've got 29 out of 30 parts. We don't have any way of taking more fuel with us. I would really like to have some more fuel. Hopefully with it being a little bit lighter, it might be a little more manageable. Okay, well let's call this the popsicle 4 and let's see where we can get this. We're heading to Minmus. We need to get some science from around Minmus and plant a flag on Minmus, and then see what we can do about those temperature scans. So Frodoc's coming with us. He's our 2-star pilot. And we're going to take this out to the launch pad and see how we get on. Okay, so here we are on the launch pad, nighttime launch. Nice view of the skybox that I've added there. Let's have our SAS on and our throttle up, and we've got all these options now because we've got a 2-star pilot. Let's check that all this is all okay. I think it's all okay. Yep, all looks okay to me. So, excuse me. Here we go. Come on, Frodoc. Let's head to space. Oof, slow launch. Yeah, I remember that now. Only just enough thrust in these 3 engines to actually get us heading in the right direction. But we are heading in the right direction. Just not particularly fast. Welcome, by the way, to everyone in the Twitch chat. Got a few of our regulars that I've seen pop up in the chat there. We've got Jellyfish, we've got Spots97, we've got Jagger47, Templar Elf, Alex Tabitha 27, The Imprisoned. That's all I've seen so far. If you're sitting there watching and you haven't said hello yet, then please make sure that you do so. And if you haven't hit the follow button already, then make sure that you hit the follow button too, so that you get notifications next time we go live. We are at 5,000 meters doing 120 meters a second. Not fantastic really. It is a very slow launch, this one. Probably not particularly efficient. Our thrust to weight is probably a little bit too low. But we are still going to give it a try nonetheless. And we are now coming up at 9,000. We will start our turn at around 10,000. We'll do the turn slowly because we are quite a slow craft this time. Here we go. And once we are at 45 degrees, we can ask Frodoc to hold us prograde. Ah, there go those engines. They have come off without too much of a hassle. That's good. Our thrust to weight, not our thrust to weight, sorry, our acceleration G-force is slowly increasing as it does as we get into the thinner part of the atmosphere. And we're now at 20,000 meters, so I do really want to be at 45 degrees by now. How's our apoapsis doing? We are at 36. So you can hold us prograde now. And we will reduce our thrust. Keep us to around 1.5 Gs. Coming up on, there we go, 1,000 meters a second, 1 kilometer a second orbital velocity. apoapsis will soon be peeking out of the atmosphere. So, not a bad start to the mission. We're about to run out of fuel on this stage. Hopefully not before our apo gets outside the atmosphere. We have to increase our thrust now because this is a less powerful engine on this stage. And we'll push our apo up to about 80,000 as we usually do. And then we will be circularizing out, ready for our Minmusian burn. And yes, that is a word I just made up. 80,000, there we go. So let's reduce our thrust a little bit. We're just about to come out of the atmosphere, which is good. There we go. We are now outside of the atmosphere, so I'm going to cut thrust at about 85. Let us drift up a little bit. We're not really approaching the apo at this point, so there we go. Let's cut thrust. We'll drift just a little while up to the apoapsis. It's all very dark. There we go. Let's see if you can so you can see the craft. Drifting up a little bit, and then we will do a full thrust burn as we get nearer. Because that's the most efficient way. A few bits of debris hovering around. 83, so let's go for full thrust burn now. And hopefully that will take us to a circular orbit. Fair bit of fuel in this stage. Hopefully this stage might actually get us on our way to Minmus rather than just circularizing the burnout. Approaching the apoapsis now. There it is. Our thrust is probably just a little bit too low on this stage. It's taking us a while to push our periapsis out from the other side of the planet. But as I say, we have got the fuel, just about. We are going to be getting into orbit. Rear Admiral Gaming, welcome, welcome. And you're just in time to see us make orbit. So there we are in orbit. Where is Minmus? Minmus is there. Excuse me. I can't set target, which is a bit of a pain. So, where does the orbit crosses us about there, which is not far from our periapsis. So when we get to about here, we will do a correction burn to match the nation of Minmus. Just have to make sure that I burn the right way. So there we go, just past our periapsis. Let's point ourselves this way. Tell you what, you hold us to that. There we go, so we get a nice efficient burn. Where's the Minmus orbit gone? Yeah, we're about in the right place. So let's start burning. Come on, I need to see the Minmus orbit. There we go. We are burning. hopefully, yeah, we're going in the right direction, which is good. That is roughly in line. So then to actually burn to Minmus, we're looking at around here somewhere, I think. With Minmus there, yeah, we'll be looking at a burn about here. That'll take us out there. Yeah, somewhere around here. So let's take us round to there. Somewhere like that. Point us prograde. It's not easy to get to Minmus without your manoeuvre markers and things, but let's see how we get on. Let's burn. We're probably about to run out of fuel. There we are. We just have run out of fuel. There we go. And we are now burning with our super efficient engine, having left some nasty debris in the atmosphere, but never mind. Might have just missed the Minmus orbit, but we shall see. Might have to correct that slightly as we leave Kerbin. But this fuel will last us quite a while. It's decent fuel. Nope, decent fuel. It's a decent, efficient engine. Incidentally, while we're doing that burn, we have got one guy in the Popsicle 2. This is the Popsicle 4 we're flying. We have... Oh, yes, you can hear my cat. Sorry. Popsicle 2 is kind of stranded, orbiting around the sun. We did have a probe that kind of got flung off into the solar system somewhere, but it seems to have disappeared. I've got a feeling it may have collided with something somewhere along the line. So, right. How are we doing there? So we're roughly above the correct Minmus orbit there. But we are going to need to adjust this inclination slightly. So we'll send ourselves pointing back in that direction again. Bring ourselves round a bit, and as we leave about here, we will do a little bit of a burn. To correct that and bring that down. There we go. That should do it. That should put us nicely in line for a Minmus rendezvous. Let's, I don't know if you saw the cat jump up on the back. Oh, you can see his reflection in there. There he is. There's my cat. This is a that's a door. But yeah, he's sitting just over there. He often comes to try and actually sit on my desk. So if he does that and starts jumping on keys, then you'll certainly know about it. Why are we using up electric charge? Our solar panel's not pointing towards the sun properly. There we go. Excuse me. Right, let's speed up time and let's get us over to Minmus. Do seem to have plenty of fuel, which is good. Have we done it right? Have we done it right? Minmus is coming. Minmus is coming. We are travelling very slowly. Hopefully. Hopefully. No? Oh dear. No, I think we've missed it. Yep, I think we missed it. Oh dear. Oh, no, look at that. Look at that. Just about caught us. Oh, with an 860... Why do the stupid orbit things keep disappearing? There it is. Right. Okay, so let's get us to our to the periapsis, not past the periapsis. Get us pointing retrograde. And get us burning so that we're in orbit. 860 kilometres wasn't too bad, actually. Cut! Oh dear. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Right, we're on a collision course. Can we make the most of it? There is none of the temperature scans near where we are colliding. So... there we go. Bring ourselves up to an 8,000 periapsis so that we don't collide with the planet. Or planetoid. It's not even a planetoid really, is it? It is just a moon. Are these above or below? These are on the surface. T2J. Is that one there? No. So are they up there? Is that these ones up there? T2J, yeah. Okay. So these ones down here must be the other. Visual survey. Science data from space. We can do that in a second. SPUGC. On the surface, in flight above 4,800, in flight above 5,900. Okay. So that's 2KC, that's in flight above 4,800 metres. So, in theory, if I tweak our angle as we get nearer to that... Whoop. It should be somewhere like this. Each of those are kind of below where our periapsis is at the moment. So let's have an anti-normal heading. Bring us a little bit closer. That's good enough for me. Let's burn just a little bit to bring our periapsis down. There we go. And then let's come around to the periapsis. Get ourselves pointing retrograde when we get there. And then we'll burn out orbit in. Didn't do that quite right. Let's get us actually at the periapsis. There we go. What's our apoapsis? 73. So let's bring that down. Bring that down to about 10 or so. There we go. Now, let's see how we get on trying to meet any of these. Below 12,000 meters we can't go fast, so we might have to push everything up above 12,000 meters so that we can speed things up a little bit. So let's have ourselves pointing prograde when we get round. There we go, and there we go, so that's above 12,000 now. And speed ourselves up again. Probably going to be doing quite a few orbits for this mission. Come on. Okay, at the apoapsis. Push that above 12,000 as well. There we go. So we are above 12,000 meters all the way, so we can time warp at 100 times. Now, Minmus spins very slowly. Yes. So these missions might take some time. I'm wondering if maybe we should try and do the polar missions first. Because I think most of them are actually while landed. Ideally could do with a rover for those kind of missions, but see, this one's coming round very slowly, but it's going to be a long time before that gets to here. Unless we zoom out and focus on something like the moon. Yeah, let's go back to the Space Center and we'll time warp at the Space Center. Via this. Go to Minmus. Excuse me. Speed things up. And we're looking for this. Whoop-a. Stop that. That was quicker than I thought. Fly. And hopefully we won't have just missed it. Oh, there is Minmus. Hello, Minmus. Good evening, your mintiness. Okay, speeding time up 100 times. Hopefully we will be above 2 kc, above 4,800. Yep, so that is correct. And we need to take a temperature scan whilst there. There we go. We are entering zone 2 kc. Where is our thermometer? There it is. Log the temperature. 28.8 science or 14.4 if we return it. We get 62 science, 24,000 funds and 25 reputation for just for taking the temperature scan. Now that we have EVA, we can keep that data and send Frodoc out to go and take the data. There we go. Can't really see much. Let's have your light on. And then get you back in. Come on. Grab. Board. SAS back on. Thank you very much. Not that we actually need it. Thinking about it. Now, are they going to meet where we need to get? I'm pretty sure that was English. It might not have been. We need to get above these 5,900 meters above Theorem's boulder. Oh, that's a new follower, and it didn't tell me who it is. Oh, it's JJotto55. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. This is SPUGC. So where is Theorem's boulder? Are they all in the same place? Winter out aircraft sector SPUGC beta. SPUGC Alpha, so that's those two. Where's Theorem's boulder then? Is it up here? Oh goodness me, okay. Right, so that's a bit tricky. Let's get ourselves around the side of here. Let's push the bottom end of our orbit down a little bit. SAS on, thank you very much. And we'll go for a normal heading. The idea being that we push this down a little bit so that we have a nice deep bottom to our orbit. There we go. And hopefully that means that we will now cross both of these. Are they both... Oh, they're on the surface. That's going to be even trickier. How much fuel we got? Yeah, we got enough. We got enough. So, we got to try and get to these now then. Apo at 13, Perry at 12 still. Okay, so that's good, but we're not going to be able to get there quick enough without going back to the Space Centre and doing what we did before. 888,000 funds at this point. 649 science as well. Where are you, Minmusian? There you are. Let's see. Speeding up time. 50, 100, 1000. What do we think? Is it going to be one more orbit? I think it is. Okay. Now, let's go back and fly the popsicle. And we have got to try and land at or as near as possible to those markers. Now, I don't think you guys have ever seen me do a precision landing. Possibly because I don't think I've ever done a precision landing. So, we are going to burn retrograde and we are going to try and aim our landing point just past these markers. Excuse me. Would a permanent polar orbit probe be able to do the contracts? Yes, a polar orbit probe probably would be able to do these. But you'd have to keep adjusting the altitude based on what the contract requires, because some of them require over a certain altitude, some of them require under an altitude, and obviously these ones require that you actually land. So, so yes, it is possible. You can use a probe to do these, as you can with the the transmit science from space, etc. Which incidentally we haven't done, have we? Let's take a quick crew report. Which, while in space near Minmus, let's transmit that, and that's part of our. That's one of our contracts completed. 71,000 funds for that, and lots of reputation too. So, current altitude is 12,000, 12,500. There we go, let's do that. Can we see where we're going that way? We can, kind of. Gotta go, Jelly. Okie dokie, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure I will see you next week if I haven't died. Now, this is where it gets tricky. It looks like we're coming down... I can't see a thing, but it looks like we're coming down towards some kind of crater. Let's check our radar altitude, make sure that we've got that on screen. Here we go. So it's... Can't see a thing. Very, very tricky. 2,400. So we must be... Yeah, okay. So let's slow ourselves down. Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Let's keep ourselves retrograde. Which way are we going now? We're going this way. What's going on? We're going very slowly. We are descending 200 meters. Very, very dark, isn't it? Hopefully, once we what we'll probably do once we're landed, we'll just speed up time and there we're doing 50 meters. Okay. I've basically stopped. I've parked. Come on, let's come down. Three meters a second. Come on, come on. We're almost there. What? 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 We were travelling at 3 meters a second and everything went bang. Ah, because we weren't travelling at 3 meters a second. I'm pretty sure we were pretty much at 3 meters a second. Oh well. So why am I not able to move? Because I've used up all my electric charge. Okay. Well, we are very close to where we need to be. Excuse me. I don't seem to be able to actually zoom in any nearer. If I activate navigation, what I think I might do actually is we'll speed up time until it's daylight. There we go. So yes, we crashed on Minmus. There we go. We've got some battery power now as well. Stand up. There we go. Now, so we've stranded a man on Minmus now. He needs to travel north. So let's get him... oh, we need to... What's our other mission? Plant a flag on Minmus. That's an easy one. I can do that. Crew report. Keep that. Not that we're actually going to be able to transmit it. We do EVA. We'll take an EVA report just above. Keep that. Store it. Jump down. EVA report at the lowlands. Store that. Boing. And plant a flag. Okay, plant it that way then. There we go. It's the wrong way round, so it's in the dark, but there we go. Minmus crash site. Yes, we read the speed indicator wrong and crashed. Okay. But that does give us 82,000 funds and 520 reputation for completing that particular mission. What is that? Is that actually what we're here for? Is that one of our missions? Is that what we're navigating to? I don't think so. That looks miles too far away, doesn't it? What is it? I don't see anything on the map there. That's a bit strange. Might have to try and investigate what that is. What is it? 49.2 kilometres. Weird. Very weird. Oh, it's south of us, is it? No. Very strange. Very strange indeed. So, we need to travel north. Where is the sun from us? That is east. So we've got to go this way, I believe. And we're going to want to probably do that with our RCS fuel. Are we travelling in the right direction? Who knows? Yeah, let's just... There we go. Land for a second. Are we going the right way? I think so. If our crash site's there... That's annoying. Right, those lakes are like that. Those lakes are like that. So we're kind of going in the right direction. Maybe that way a little bit. It's the Kraken's position. Ah, yes. Make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Right, let's see how quickly we can get... See if we can get... Oh, there we go. We are entering sector SPUGC beta. So, we need to slow ourselves down. Preferably not crash back down. Ah, we're leaving again. Okay. Let's go back that way then. That was nearer than I expected. There we go. We're re-entering again. And we are back down on the ground, and I'm guessing we have to get a surface sample, don't we? No, actually, do we have to get... We have to get a temperature scan, don't we? We can't measure the temperature because the thermometer was on part of the ship that crashed. Great. I think we're heading back to the ship. Nice little quick fly around Minmus, but unfortunately fruitless. Fruit Loops. Not a completely wasted mission, because we did manage to complete some of the contracts that we had. We transmitted some science from space, and we planted a flag on Minmus. So those two contracts were both completed. Oh, grab. Look at that, without even touching the ground. So yeah, we don't have a thermometer. We have a solar panel, which is currently facing away from the sun. There we go. Woo. There we go. We have a solar panel. Actually, we can transmit the data, can't we? That we had. Let's transmit that. Keep that one. Excuse me. Let the power build up a little bit, and then we'll send that one as well. That's just some extra science points. Not that we need them, but it's nice to have them anyway. Let's keep that for the moment. So yes, temperature scans, not so much. So perhaps we need to have a look at an unmanned mission to Minmus to pick up those temperature scans, because we haven't actually got to transmit the temperature scans. We just got to get them. There we go. Transmit that one as well now. Keep that one. There we go. So a few extra science points. So let's begrudgingly leave Frodock here on Minmus and head back to the Space Centre. We're starting to kind of litter the solar system with Kerbals, which is not an ideal situation. We're over 1 million funds now, though. We need 1,000,004 to update that. We need 2 million for that. 4 million for that. What's this? I've got something being thrown at me. It's... Bear with me a moment. Menthol sweets for my throat. Hold on a moment. There we go. Oh, they have a very strange flavour to them. Kind of a licoricey flavour. Administration building we could upgrade, but that's a waste of funds at this point. That's 5 million, so we're not going to be upgrading that. So yeah, we're definitely still aiming for the tracking station, but it'll be a while before... I can't talk now because I've got this in my mouth. It'll be a while before we can afford the tracking station, which is why we need to get these contracts completed. Let's have a look at the probes that we've used before. What did we use? What was the really lightweight one they used? Was it Lunatic? Yeah. Here we go. This is the Lunatic. This is what I used for a moon flyby, I believe. I don't know if this actually got to Minmus. I don't know if we've used this on Minmus. But usually, if you get to the moon, you can also get to Minmus. What I'm going to do is reroute this to the battery. Remove that. Unlock the Probodobodobodobodobodine Octo. And stick that on the top instead, and then we'll reroute to that. Because that gives us SAS, which is handy. And then we can litter this thing with thermometers. Actually, we only need one, don't we? We don't need to litter it at all. One thermometer. We might want to take a little bit of extra fuel. We haven't got a weight limit to worry about this time. We have got the part limit to worry about. So I'm thinking if I do that, let's stick another one of those on. It'll make it a little bit less efficient, but it means we're less likely to run out of fuel on this mission. Anything else we need to take with us? I could have changed that. I could have made that RCS actually, couldn't I? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, monoprop rather than fuel. If I take that off, put that on, and then we'll do it this side. Unlock this RCS tank. And I have 4 parts available. Slight bit of part clipping there. Let's alleviate that part clipping slightly actually, shall we? Let's go to offset mode. Move that down just a touch. And we will reattach. Excuse me. There we go. No, don't like where those RCS thrusters are, so let's move them. Not like that. How's that? That's a bit better, isn't it? Move them down very slightly. 3 solar panels on it. We can actually... Oh yeah, we've only got 3 parts available, so 3 is going to be the magic number. Because the 4th will push us over our part limit. So, there we go. We have some RCS. We can now take a bit more liquid fuel. Because we're possibly going to need it to lift this thing. It's going to be slightly heavier now. So, this is going to be the Lunatic 3. We're going to save this. We've got a reaction wheel. We've got SAS built into that. We've got our thermometer. I think we're good to go. So, that fires. Let's get this right, shall we? That fires, then they let go. Then that lets go later. They... Ooh, okay, let's... Tell you what, let's move those down so that they can fire before that detaches, if necessary. Well, no, that won't be necessary. That won't be necessary. That'll detach. They will fire. Then that can fire later. No. Okay. I'm going to leave it like that. So they fire before that detaches because this is still going to be exerting thrust. We've got an antenna somewhere, haven't we? I think I've hidden it. There it is. Yeah, that was a bit foolish actually. So we have got an antenna, but we're not going to be able to use it. Let's reroute. Pop that off for a second. Oops. Take that. Put that back on. And we'll come here. There we go. Oh, there is a new follower. That is Rear Admiral Gaming. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Let's put it this side just to balance things out with that thermometer. Not that it really makes a difference before they've added the atmospherics, but there we go. I think we're good. Yeah, what actually happens with this craft is the air-breathing engine loses thrust before it runs out of fuel, so we have to turn these on to keep the thrust. But this is actually technically still going, so when we dump this off, it's actually kind of still pushes us because it's got more thrust than these engines have. So that's why I want to do the staging in this slightly odd order. But here we go. Let's save this. We'll take this out to the launch pad, And let's get this thing to Minmus. It will make it to Minmus, won't it? And I won't hear anyone saying otherwise. Here we go. So we are on the launch pad. We do have SAS this time. We can put our thrust up to 100%. That's about it. Excuse me, I might have to have another one of those things in a moment. Well, we are ready for launch with the Lunatic 3. Here we go. Let's rev up the engine. Takes a moment for it to start revving. And once it's at full whack, there we go. Over 100 kilonewtons is needed to get this thing off the ground. Well, probably just under 100 kilonewtons, but 100 kilonewtons is safe. We are underway. And this is hopefully going to be a far more efficient launch than previous iterations of this particular kind of probe. And we've got a lot of fuel. Let's grab another one of these. These are Respiral Regaliz Mentol. I live in Spain, by the way, in case you didn't know. Other cough sweets are available. Just in case anyone thinks that I'm being sponsored by cough sweets. Jet lifters are indeed very fun and extremely efficient because they're cheap. They have a fairly decent amount of thrust and well, they're light, so you can lift quite a lot with them. We are coming at 10,000, so let's get ourselves... I'm not actually worried about fuel efficiency in this stage, so I'm just going to point us at 90. Or 45 degrees. This thing, my goodness, it's got loads of fuel. It will start to lose thrust. Here it goes. You see it's losing thrust because we're coming out of the atmosphere. Our apoapsis is at 18,000. Our prograde marker is starting to drop though, so let's activate those. (23, 24). That's down to 50 kilonewtons now. If I detach this, it could throw us completely off course, so I'm hoping that it will flame out relatively soon. But while it's not flaming out, it is still giving us just a little bit of extra thrust. I think I fired these slightly too late. Our trajectory dipped just a little bit too much. There it goes. We'll use all three engines for the moment. That's what those fuel ducts were for. Let's get this out of the atmosphere, up to about 80 or so. 80, 85. Tell you what, actually, whoops, I've just hit X, haven't I? I didn't mean to do that. Let's come down to here. Back to full thrust, thank you very much. Make that a bit more efficient. There we go, there's 85. Let's drift up for a bit. Haven't got the pro grade tracking on this one, unfortunately, because it's a probe and not a pilot. But there we go. I'm going to shut down that engine for now. Could add it to back to the staging to reactivate it, hopefully. We got the atmosphere yet? Not quite. Getting there though. Okay, that's pushing quite well, so let's speed ourselves up to, I don't know, about there somewhere. Making it a more efficient burn. And we will full thrust it to get this thing in orbit. Okay, we can bring that down a little bit actually, because we are still pushing our apoapsis away from us. It's still going away from us, isn't it? Let's bring it down a little bit more even. There's a 90,000 metre apoapsis now. It's not what I wanted really, so let's take us closer to the apo. There we go, that's a bit better. Much more efficient. Let's get our peri outside of 70. There we go, we are in orbit. Now, where is Minmus? Minmus is over there. We are over here. Actually, we're in kind of the right place. Wow, actually, we might not even have to correct our inclination at this rate. Let's come to about here, get us prograde, and I'm just going to burn straight for Minmus because it's there, we're here. Oh, I might have missed it actually, thinking about it. Gone a little bit too far, never mind, let's try burning anyway. Minmus is a slow planet, so we might be alright. It's not a planet. Minmus is a slow creature. We're almost on the intersect point, so we've got some wiggle room. I mean, I could I? What the? Oh, they run out of fuel. Okay. Come on, let go. There we go. I need to reactivate that engine. There we go. Wrong way. Let's go point... No, that was the right way actually. Let's go that way a little bit. And that will correct our... Okay. So we are going to need to bring that down a little bit, which is going to be this way. Bring ourselves round to the side of the planet. Which is roughly where our ascending and descending nodes should be at this point. And I'm burning the wrong way. Let's go this way. There we go. A little bit. There we go. Gone a little bit too far past Minmus, but hopefully that will give us a Minmus intersect. We have we've used up more fuel than I would have liked. We've still got our monoprop though, and we have electric charge. Good. So yeah, we've got 2/3 of a tank left. That's not terrible. But we've got all that monoprop, which we can use on Minmus if necessary. Could have done with that being an actual polar orbit, really, couldn't we? But there we go. Maybe we can correct that when we get there. Let's speed things up. Might be a polar orbit, actually. Depends when we arrive and where we are at that point. I think we're early. I think we're way too early. I was worried about that. We were a bit early last time. We're very early this time. Oh, mind you, we have gone past this time. Come on, Minmus, catch us up. Catch us up. Come on. Catch us. Come on. Ah, oh, come on. No. Oh, missed it by a gnat's hair. Well, shall we? Let's just see what we get, I guess. Moon's going to catch us instead. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. What's that mission? Maybe we can get that mission instead. 9,000, below 9,000 meters. Meh. Let's do that one instead then. Let's get ourselves in orbit around the moon. Not a lot of fuel. Moon's much trickier than Minmus. I'll go for a peri of about 25. There we go. It was a moon probe at heart, indeed. It was originally built as a moon probe, so there we go. We're at the peri. Let's spin ourselves round. Bring in the Apo. Oh, and that's run out of fuel. Okay, so we're down to the monoprop. Let's get the monoprop on and on screen. Can we go to the map? Yeah, we can. Good. Right, that's under 9,000 meters, but we're going to need to actually. It's the other way around, isn't it? Of course. At roughly 45 degrees to wherever that is, so that'll be out here somewhere. We are going to have to. Someone is coming to collect cups. There we go. Sorry about that. Right, are we facing the right direction here? We are facing the wrong direction here. Let's face this way instead. Oh, using up our monoprop. Didn't mean to leave that on. Let's burn this way. Can't really call it burning. It's not burning because... we're not actually burning anything, are we? It's monopropellant. Come on. Monoprop's holding out quite well. Probably would have made it to Minmus, but whoops. Okay, very, very close now. There we go, I'm going to go just past it. Because the moon's going to be spinning as we go down. And we're going to have to dip quite low. To make sure that we are below 9,000 when we get there. And then burn hard so that we don't crash. Out the other side. So let's see if this works, shall we? Oh, what are we here for? We're here for, I bet we're here for a crew report. We are, aren't we? We can't take a crew report because we haven't got any crew. I can be such an idiot sometimes. I did this last week, didn't I? Not last week. I did this last time. Okay, let's not a particularly successful live stream this week, I'm afraid. $60,000 Apo. Right, let's get this thing past. It is going to go past the correct place. It's going to be at the right height, just about. But there it is, look. But we can't take a crew report because we haven't got any crew. So hey there, Charlie MCD13, welcome, welcome. I'm going to turn this into a lunar probe. That's a new follower, Charlie MCD13. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm going to keep this in orbit. I'm going to use it as a lunar. That's the wrong way again. Going to use it as a polar probe around the moon. Let's use some of the remaining monoprop to get us into a pretty much polar orbit. And then we can also correct that periapsis so that it's up a little bit higher as well. The only problem with burning with monoprop is everything takes a really long time. 60,000 still, good. Perry's going to be coming up a little bit, good. Actually though, the Rappo's getting a bit high. Excuse me. At least this will be a good one for science data from around Moon or whatever. Because it's got a thermometer on it, so we can at least do some science. Right, how's that? That's pretty polar, isn't it? Who's a pretty polar orbit? Let's get that to 60. And by then we'll probably be completely polar. There we go. 60,004 meters. And then we'll take it to the apoapsis and just push our periapsis up to 60 as well. Or thereabouts. Oops, missed it a little bit. Not doing very good with my timing today. Oh, there's another new follower. Like a Boss 11002. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Come on, 60. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so mission to Minmus, you know, not particularly successful, but we do at least now have a polar probe around the moon. So let's make sure it's got its solar panels pointed at the sun, or at least one of them. Oh, let's turn the RCS off. There we go. So, nice little probe. Doing its probey thing. Oh, and it can actually send us back some science anyway. So let's just do that. There we go. And, well, we'll head back to the Space Centre and see what else we can do. Oh, I'm going to have another one of these. They are helping, but they're not very strong. Oh, and we've left some debris on there. Let's recover that debris. If you want more followers, talk more often, be funny and crazy in the good way. Talk more often? Goodness me. I can't talk a lot more. I can try and be funny and crazy. Okay, so I mean, in principle, this was a good probe. This would have done the job, just about. Had we actually made it to Minmus, so we could actually just launch another one of these. How are we doing for funds at the moment, out of interest? 1,020,000. Let's have a quick look back at mission control, see if there's any other contracts that we can take. Polar orbit of Kerbin. Science data from space around Kerbin. That's an easy one. 27,000 funds. Let's just take that. Visual surveys of Minmus. Position a satellite in a specific excuse me, a specific orbit of the moon for 111,000 funds. It's not bad, actually. Temperature scans of Mun. Man, there's some good funds in there as well. How much to upgrade the VAB? A lot. It's about 2 million. Let's find out where these temperature scans are. It is 2.1 million to upgrade the VAB with the settings that I have got. which is 1000% penalties. That's what we're running on. Hard mode with 1000% penalties. Let's go to the moon and see where those contracts are being offered. It's not showing me. That's not fair. Why aren't you showing me where those contracts are? Where's some on Minmus as well, wasn't there? Oh my goodness. Minmus, look at all those, look, right near the... They're all on like on one orbit. Mostly all temperature scans though, that's the problem. And what's not temperature scans is going to be crew report. What's that? Is that a surface sample? Okay, so I mean we can do all these temperature scans around Minmus. I didn't accept. Didn't accept what? What did I miss? Oh yeah, sorry. I see what you mean. Sorry, I didn't accept the contract. Yes, I didn't accept the contract, but usually it shows you before you accept the contract where the places are that you're supposed to be aiming for. Ooh, nice bit of water in the KSC. Possibly because they are on Minmus and they're not on the moon. Why was I looking on the moon? They're all on the moon. Visual surveys. So they're EVA reports and crew reports. They are all temperature scans. The temperature scans are tempting. What do we think? Shall we? Do I have YouTube? I do have a YouTube. Let me give you my YouTube address. No, I didn't decline anything. I think I just got confused. I thought it was Moon and it wasn't. It's Minmus. So if we take that temperature scan mission, we've got that temperature scan mission and that temperature scan mission of Minmus. We just need to send a load of probes to Minmus. Oh, mind you, they're on the surface. On surface, below and above. Surface, below. Surface, above. So they are quite tricky, actually. We had more than enough fuel and RCS to do a landing. Temperature scan, surface. There's a lot of funds involved in these, though. Oh, new follower, Captain YOLO. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How long? 69,000 if we fail. 58 if we pass, 69 if we fail. But a massive reputation hit if we fail. 12 years, 9 years, 4 years, 11 years. So we've got quite a long time to get round to these. I'm going to accept that one. And we are going to try another mission. I don't know why I'm clicking that. Mind you, I can do thinking about it because it's the Popsicle 4, not the Popsicle 4. Not the Popsicle 4. It was the Lunatic 3, wasn't it? Lunatic 3. We can send another Lunatic 3. Sandbox mode. Wash your mouth out with soap. Right. SAS on, throttle up. let's see if we can do this again. Let's hopefully actually get to Minmus this time. Daytime launch this time, which is better. Throttle is up, SAS is on. All our staging should be correct because we got it all right last time. Yep. So here we go. Revving up the engine. And letting go. Here we go. Oh, that was my elbow. I've just been brought a cup of tea now as well. There we go. Cup of tea. I'm being brought all sorts today. Well, we're underway. We are underway. Hard mode is more fun because there are no reverts. Indeed. No reverts. No reverts. You see? No reverts. No quick save. No quick load. No reverts. No Kerbal respawns. Hard mode all the way. Except this is hard mode with 1000% penalties. So we pay extra for mistakes. Coming up on 5,000 metres. It's very hot. 6,000 metres. Don't let me forget the contract for Science in Space around Kerbin, because I probably will forget. Coming up on 8,000 metres. Here we go, coming up on 10,000. So this time we are going to hopefully try, well, I'm going to try and use the, let's go straight to 90, because we don't need to worry about fuel efficiency. I'm going to try and activate these small engines a little bit earlier this time, because we dipped a bit last time. Let's try them now. Stops our prograde marker dipping quite so much. Means we grab a bit more altitude earlier on, as this thing fizzles out. Indeed, let's just stay in hard mode, shall we? I don't play in sandbox. In fact, I have never played sandbox mode. I don't do sandbox. $32. Right, let's ditch that now. Nope, okay. It's still got some thrust in it. It's following us now. As soon as that flames out, there we go, that'll drop away. We can activate that. And we are on our way. I don't play sandbox mode just because I don't particularly find it enjoyable. I like the challenge of unlocking the parts and having to gather the science points and all this kind of thing. That's slightly more fuel efficient now. Shut that down again like I did last time. I think this is a slightly more efficient launch than last time. 71, 72. Take that up to about 80. There we go, cut the engines, and then we shall drift out of the atmosphere. Oh, excuse me. Here we go, outside the atmosphere. fact, we can go quite considerably closer to our apoapsis. Let's bring ourselves down, point ourselves on the horizon, and start burning to circularise this out. Yeah, I think this was a much more efficient launch this time. Come on, periapsis. There we go. 70, there it is. Right, so where is Minmus? There's Minmus. Once again, it's kind of in the right place so that we don't need to if I come around here and burn, we don't need to correct the inclination. There is the inclination of Minmus. Yeah, so if we burn, we have to burn slightly earlier this time, so we'll be burning kind of over there. Yeah, it's quite a lot lower actually. So we will do a correction burn. Let's line up with Minmus. It's going to be around here somewhere. And which way am I pointing? No. That way I think we want to be, don't we? Is that right? Hang on, which way are we going here? Yeah. So let's get us right on there. And why does that now not look right? Because it's not, because it's actually over there. Okay. Right, let's carry on around because we actually want to burn in the right place. There we go. So, let's try this again. There is Minmus. There is us. Burning. Cut. That's about right for me. And now Minmus is over there, so we'll be burning probably just before our periapsis, which is actually ideal. Absolutely ideal for an efficient burn. What is our periapsis at the moment? 86, good. So we'll be going nice and fast. That's worked out quite well. So yes, let's come around to just before our periapsis. There somewhere, I think, because we missed last time and I don't really want to miss again this time. Get ourselves prograde and burn. Let's watch what these are doing. Yeah, we definitely, I'm not sure how many definitely's we need in that sentence, definitely had a more efficient launch burn this time. We've ended up with considerably more fuel. Still having to use that engine to finish off the burn, but it was definitely more efficient somehow. I didn't really do anything different, did I? Here we go. Our apoapsis is on its way. Oof! are we? Where are we? That's not bad. I'm tempted to leave it like that. Let's just nudge it out just a little bit. There we go. If I leave it like that, then we might actually end up in a kind of polar orbit anyway, which I think is kind of what we want. We want to end up in some kind of polar orbit. Right, mustn't forget, before we leave the area, temperature scan. What is the temperature here? Minus 199 degrees. And rising, low, dropping. Taking a temperature scan, let's transmit that. And that should give us, there we go, 27,000 funds, 1 science, 135 reputation. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And... yeah, we are heading for temperature scans. Say a cuss word. No. You're clearly new here. You will notice that in all of my videos, all of my live streams, I do not use any form of adult or mature language. And that is deliberate so that I can keep my videos universal. Why? How about because I'm a grown-up? Aha! Here we go. We have a periapsis, and it's a very deep one. Deep periapsis. Okay. There is the periapsis. Let's get ourselves pointing in the right direction, and let's get ourselves... Shall we use the monoprop for this? No, we won't use the monoprop for this. Let's actually burn for this. Oh, come on. Right. Perry at 6:30, Apo at 8:47. Let's bring the Perry right down. Bring it to about 25. Ooh, 24. Okay, that'll do. And then we'll do the same with our Apo once we get round there. Shall we correct and make that a bit more polar? It's probably a good idea, isn't it? We'll have to do that up here though. So let's... Okay. There, about here somewhere. There we go. Is that normal or anti-normal? That is going to be this way, which I think is anti-normal, isn't it? Okay, I did it wrong again. Every single time I get it wrong. There we go. Bit more. There we go. That passes by most of those. And those it doesn't, it will pass by hopefully at some point. And then at the Perry, we will bring the Apo in. What is that Perry now? 27. Woo, all over the place. Whoop, 25 by 27. Good, good. Now, let us investigate what these are up here. I think this is 2 different contracts up here. One of these is excuse me. One of these is the other one from this contract down here, which we didn't get. I think that's that one, isn't it? That's Theorem's Boulder, which is a Landat, I believe. What are these called? These are Mike's Pebble and T2J, which is these ones. So T2J and Mike's Pebble. So this is on surface, in flight below 6,700 metres. So I can get us in flight below 6,700 metres via the periapsis. Alley-oop. And I still have quite a good amount of liquid fuel for this mission. However, at this point I'm thinking I'm going to start using the RCS because I can, and I've got quite a lot of it, and the more RCS I use, the more efficient my liquid fuel will be. So was it 6,000 I've got to be below? 6,700, okay. Now that's risky on Minmus, particularly at the poles, because there are quite a few knobbles and lumps and bumps. Hopefully we won't hit any. And let's see how close we get to... Mike's Pebble is that one, so hopefully it will spin around a bit. Let's... it's going to spin around very slowly. Let's see how close we are to the surface as we go through. That's pretty close. Where's our... we haven't got an internal camera, so we haven't got a... yeah, it's dark up here as well. We haven't got a radar altitude because we haven't got a cockpit. Let's have a look at it from the periapsis. Where are we? Oh yeah, can't see a thing. Okay. Electric charge is holding, which is good. Where's Mike's Pebble? Hasn't really moved that much, so we're going to have to go around for... And sorry for coughing into the microphone, I should turn away. Do I come from Bristol? No, I don't come from Bristol. Sorry, I only just saw that message. No, I'm definitely not from Bristol. I am from the UK. I'm from slightly further east and somewhat further south than Bristol. But you wouldn't necessarily know it from my accent. I am from Essex originally, but I currently live in Spain, which is even more east and even more south. So there you go. Come on. Oh, what was that? We entered an area down there then. That was interesting. What one's that? JU. Hang on, slow us down a second. JJU7. What's that one? Wasn't expecting that. Below 5,800 metres. We were not below 5,800 metres, I can tell you that for sure. What are these coming round as well? 8MJ Beta is these. Surface in flight below. 5A30W. I'm called El Bristol. Yes, no, that is not quite how my name is compiled, if that's the right word. They're all Landat ones, okay. They're all very close to each other. Whoops. Landing at all of them might be tricky. But I want to get to Mike's Pebble at the moment, and we don't seem to be getting any closer to it. There's Theorem's Boulder, I believe that's a land at as well, isn't it? Above 5,900. Okay, quickly. Let's get a temperature scan at Theorem's boulder. Log temperature. And oh, we can transmit it as well. Okay, let's do that. Here we go. We completed that one. 24,000 fun, 62 science, 25 reputation. Good. So that was Theorem's boulder. Okay, the other two in that one are surface ones. So temperature, yeah, they're still temperature, but they are on the surface. So that's that one done. That's good. Oh, that's a new follower. Six Razor, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Come on, Mike's Pebble. Hurry up. Play something else. It kind of doesn't really work to play something else on a KSP live stream. I'm afraid this is not a this is not a radio station. I'm not taking requests. If you don't like what we're watching, you're quite welcome to change the channel. Come on. Make sure we are... Aha! Entering Mike's Pebble. Sorry, Mike. I'm taking your pebble. Log temperature. Can't transmit that one. Reset. However, we did get... There we go. 18,000 funds, 45 science, 18 reputation. I need your help. I fancy a fit girl, but I don't know how she feels. My heart says go, but my brain says no. Well, Jack Casement, I'm afraid I am not an agony aunt either. Neither am I in the position to be issuing dating advice. We're both in uni. Well. Maybe I should start an agony aunt station. Take requests via live stream. Right, that's the moon one. Hang on. So the rest of these are all on the surface. Oh, apart from these two, which are they those? No, they're those ones down the bottom there. So that is JJU7 and 5A30W4. So they're both below 5,800 meters. Am I in a relationship? I am married and I have a son. So yes is the answer to that. Well, there you go. Jack Casement, indeed. Why don't you do that? Okay, so we need to get below 5,800 meters. That's very, very risky for some of the hills. What is this? Ask random question day. What shall I order for takeaway, kebab or pizza? Whereas my son's in bed. It's long past his bedtime. What shall I order for takeaway, kebab or pizza? It depends how good your kebab or pizza place is. From my local area, takeaway, probably kebab would be the better way to go. But I am on the Costa Blanca in Spain, so it might be quite a long delivery time for you if you were to order from here. Oh, congratulations, Jack. I really don't know how we're going to do this. Below 5,800 meters for both of those. I suspect. Shall we risk it? Shall we risk it? Let's risk it. Let's... What time is it where I am? It is just coming up to 11 o'clock at night. Let's risk it. Let's take our apoapsis down below. No, that's not working. That's just taking our periapsis down. And it's taking it way down. So let's bring that up to just under 5,800 and hope that we don't collide with anything. What way around are we going? We're going that way, aren't we? Hey there, Sheaf. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. I have got the DV to pull out. So I am going to risk it. We're just going to have to keep a really close eye on it. Let's keep a close eye on things right now, actually. Ooh, look at that. See, there's a lump right there that much lower. That would have given us some major hassles. Look at all these lumps and bumps that we're just about avoiding. It's quite flat at the pole though, so that's not too bad. Okay, so we're at periapsis. Let's... I've still got my RCS on. I didn't even realise that was a bit foolish. Right, we're at periapsis. I'll use the RCS actually because it's controllable. Let's bring our Apo in under 5,800. 5,300 and under 5,800. Ooh, this is the closest I am ever going to have skimmed the... Look at this, look at this, look at this, look how close this is down here. That's really close. That's painfully close. We're going to have to really keep an eye on that. What are these ones? They're surface ones, aren't they, that we need to land at? That's where What's-His-Face is at the moment, the guy that we stranded in the last mission. This one, JJU7, is in flight below 5,800, and by the time we get there, we should be below 5,800. Gone dark. Past the Apo, so we can't warp faster than 10 times while below 6,000 meters. There's a good reason for that. Unfortunately, it's very dark, so we can't really see what's going on. Come on. Loads of monoprop. Yep, I can't speed it up. I'd have to... I could fly that and speed that up. Let's do that. Can I switch to? No? Activate navigation? No. I can't switch to. Okay. I'd have to go back to the Space Centre.